we're continuing on. We are on the first part of our notes, and we're talking about comparisons of inequality. Will you hold it up just a little bit? So there we go. And make sure they can see the text. Okay, one other thing that we needed to talk about is when you're making a comparison of inequality that involves a number. There are more than 10 girls in the class. There are, did you guys know there are more than 150 deaths by coconut every year? Yes. Okay, by coconut, okay? So, when you do that, then, instead of being K, is going to be day. So, there is or there are. Como se dice there is or there are?
I.
I. Now, how would you say more than if we're talking about a number?
Más de.
Más de 150 muertes al año. Al año is per year. Por los cocos. Okay, again, it was más plus day plus what? A number. Más plus day plus a number. Okay, let's try a menos day plus a number. Menos
There are less than.
plus day plus a number. Okay, what's your sentence going to be?
There are less than 2,000 people in the school.
Okay, there are less than 2,000 people in this school. So there are. Como se dice there are? I. Less than. Como se dice less than?
Menos de.
Menos. How come it's menos day, not menos K?
Because it's a number.
Because it's a number. Menos day. Como se dice 2,000? Have you guys learned 1,000 yet?
Good question.
No? 1,000 in Spanish is mil. Un mil is 1,000.
Oh,
So hay menos de 2,000 personas in el colegio, right? El colegio Cheney. ¿Todo bien? Are we all right so far?
Sí.
Okay, let me make sure I haven't missed anything for you. Okay, muy bien. All right, now, comparisons of equality. Are you ready? So yes?
What about when you have a verb, you put verb first, then más o menos, then K?
We are going to talk about that in just a moment on the backboard, but absolutely yes. Thank you. Any questions on this side, what we've gone over the formula so far? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and go to our comparisons of equality, okay, meaning A is equal to B. This is the part where you're going to use tan plus an adjective, or tanto. What are the other forms of tanto?
Tantos.
Tantos, what else?
Tantas.
Tanta and tantas. And what always follows tanto, tanta, tantos, and tantas? Okay, it goes with como. Okay, it does go with como instead of K. Tan plus an adjective plus como. And this is going to be tanto plus a sustantivo. What's a sustantivo? A noun. Muy bien, a noun plus como. So the ones that starts with a T go with como. Okay? So first let's start with tan. Our first formula is going to be tan plus an adjetivo or an adverbio plus como. Okay. The food of, ¿cómo se dice the food of? Muy bien, la comida de. Give me a restaurant. Un restaurante.
Red Robin.
La comida de Red Robin is as delicious. Is as delicious. How do I say is as delicious? Is as delicious. What are you going to use is as? S. Tan. Oh, let's do instead of delicious, let's do tasty. It is as tasty. Okay, sabroso. Now, es tan sabroso. Now, is this okay? How come it has to be sabrosa? What are we describing? The food, la comida. So es tan sabrosa como la de...
Hooters.
Let's do a better example
Chili's.
on YouTube video.
Sorry,
Mr.
sorry.
Bachichi watches this. Then what? What restaurant?
Chili's.
Chili's. Okay. So this is saying that Red Robin and Chili's, when it comes to comparing their food, are the same, right? Okay, and we remember that our adjective does have to agree with our noun. What does la refer to right here? La comida de Red Robin es tan sabrosa como la de Chili's. La refers to la comida. It's a DOP. Da, 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 da. Muy bien. Okay, another one. Let's do... No one arrives as late as you all formal. No one arrives as late as you all formal. No one arrives. ¿Cómo se dice no one? Nadie. ¿Cómo se dice arrives? Llega. As late as. As late as. What's it going to be? Tan. Tan tarde como. Tan tarde como. Muy bien. Tan tarde como. As late as. Who? Mrs. Leonetti. As la señorita Leonetti. Es una mentira, porque ella llega más temprano que yo. No one arrives as late as Mrs. Leonetti. Is this an adverb or an adjective here? Look at our formula. We have two possibilities. Tan plus either an adjective or an adverb plus como. Is that an adjective or an adverb? It's tricky, huh? Okay. Tan tarde como, this is our comparison. As late as equally late. Now, are we saying that Mrs. Leonetti, we're describing Mrs. Leonetti as late, or we're describing how she arrives?
Adverb.
It is an adverb, because we're describing how she arrives, right? She arrives as late as Mrs. Leonetti. ¿Todo bien?
Sí.
¿Sí? Dime.
Will you help me at lunch with something?
Yes. Yeah, no problem. We'll come down and see you. Okay. Are we okay so far? Todo bien? Okay. Another one. Now, these are both either an adjective or an adverb. Do we need to do another example of this?
No.
No? Are you sure? Miley Cyrus is as crazy as...
Chris.
No, you can't say that.
Chris Brown.
Yes, Chris Brown.
Okay, there you go. Tanto or tanta plus a sustantivo singular plus como. Again, both sides of the equation are going to be equal on this one. You bought as much clothing as Paris Hilton. You bought as much clothing as Paris Hilton. You informal. ¿Cómo se dice you bought? Muy bien. One person knows how to conjugate in the preterite, no one else? has that down? Okay, well, what was that again? ¿Cómo se dice you bought?
Tú compraste.
Gracias. Tú compraste. Okay. Tanto ropa como Paris Hilton. ¿Todo bien? Así es, ¿todo bien? What do we think?
Tanta.
How come you're thinking we need to change it to tanta?
Because it's la ropa.
Playa.
Ah, you bought as much what? Clothing. And the word for clothing is ropa. It's femenina. So what do we need to do to tanto? Make it tanta. Tanta ropa como Paris Hilton. So with tantos and tantas, it needs to agree with the noun that it's describing. Okay? It's going to have to agree with the noun that it's describing. So tanta ropa como, as much clothing as. Okay? How about they spent as much money as, who's a big spender? I was thinking Bill Gates, but do you have a different one? No? Okay.
LeBron James.
They I said that first period and everyone laughed at me. Okay? They spent as much money as LeBron James. They spent as much money as LeBron James. Remember when you're trying to remember the verb to spend, you spend a lot of money on your gas.
Oh,
Gastar. Muy bien.
Is it plural? You know,
Yeah.
plural, not plural.
Ellos gastaron.
Okay, I meant to ask if it was a preterite. I don't know why I said plural.
Ellos gastaron. They spent. ¿Cómo se dice as much money as? As much money as. I'd love to hear a new person's voice who hasn't been replying. Yeah. Perfect. Tanto dinero. Tanto dinero. And what comes after it? Como Bill Gates.
I thought it was LeBron James.
Oh, LeBron James. Sorry. LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Okay. Tanto dinero como LeBron James. ¿Todo bien? See? Okay. Now, okay, if this is our plural for the singulars, check this out. Tantos and tantas. This isn't a great marker, is it? Is that better on the camera?
Yeah.
Tantos versus, okay, tantos versus tantas. Now, this one is a sustantivo singular. What's this one going to be?
Sustantivo plural?
Yeah, good man. Sustantivo plural plus como, right? Okay. You all formal prepared as many hors d'oeuvres as Giada. Do you guys know who Giada is? She's a host on an Italian cooking show. You all formal prepared as many appetizers as Giada. You all formal. ¿Cómo se dice you all formal?
Ustedes.
Ustedes, nice. Ustedes, you all formal prepared as many hors d'oeuvres as Giada. Okay, what is your verb form going to be for prepared in the preterite tense?
Prepararon.
Really close, pre. Okay, a lot of people preparon. This is what they put. But what did they miss in the verb preparar? Right? Preparar. Prepararon. Okay, how am I going to say as many hors d'oeuvres as? ¿Cómo se dice hors d'oeuvres? This is that tricky word. What is it?
I tried to spell it.
Entremeses.
Would it be
To spell it the French way.
Okay, so if the word is entre, I like where you're going, Fuentes. Entre meses. Are you going to use tantos or tantas? How did you know that entre mes is masculine?
Because
It's los entremeses is the article, but how do you know that? What gives it away?
Yes.
It ends in a S, right? Words, masculine nouns, in just a singular S. Okay, prepararon tantos entremeses como as giada. As many hors d'oeuvres as.
That's totally flipped it right.
Okay? How about there are as many girls as boys in the class? There are as many boys as girls in the class. Last example. There are as many girls as boys in the class. There are as many girls as boys in the class. And the one thing that we want to point out is that tantos had to be changed to tantas because we were describing what?
Chicas.
Chicas. Muy bien. Tantas, chicas, como.
And then
Muy bien.
what
Adios.